Research rocket artillery trucks like the Japanese fear the Katyusha rockets. I might well do that. I mean, having rocket artillery against the Chinese is usually a good option, because they tend to have so much heavy manpower usage. Hopefully this is mostly just Transummer units, because they're just going to melt. Right, are you guys ready for an assault? Your planning preparation is not as high as I would hope, especially yours. Right, where are these guys? Oh, they're the ones that are still attacking up there, I see. So the ones that have a fair amount of planning preparation are the ones who are actually ready to do an attack. In that case, I give you my go-ahead. Start pushing their line back. And get me some more air bases. Right, so that was those done. It is December, so I'm going to wait until the beginning of January, so I'm not suffering any penalties. Meanwhile, in France, it certainly looks like Commune is basically done. They must not have much fuel left in their tank, surely. They're still in the fight, though. They've lost 4.5 million troops. The Union of Britain's lost 3. Germany's lost 4. They've lost almost 9 million. Wow. That's kind of mental. What about the Civil War? I'm amazed that the US still hasn't won. Like, they must be deeply entrenched in those locations. So, this one, AUS is almost out. They've lost 2.8 million. The US has only lost 400,000. What the hell happened? Huey. And then the other one is this one. 1 million to 2.3. The US is doing surprisingly well in terms of losses. And then these two against each other. 1.3 against 500,000. Are you out of manpower? Yeah, you kind of have to be. Out of manpower and scraping the barrel. Your days are numbered. And CSA is not looking too hot either. It's definitely a different game when you have all the sliders up to max. Just because the AI just goes completely bonkers in terms of the number of divisions it builds. Actually, one thing that I probably should do is build some convoys if they're getting sunk. So let's drop you and have the convoys building instead. And then do that. Also, I am low on rubber. That's because we're getting intercepted. Yeah, I thought so. I'll buy it from Germany. Germany's were my buddies earlier, so I will accept that. And then oil. Really? I'm out of oil? Oil I will purchase from Azerbaijan because they're pretty close to me. Yeah, 5 million dead in the American Civil War. Like I said, the AI just goes bonkers when you let them. Wow, we are doing some serious... it's Transummer, of course we are pushing here. That's not really a surprise. They've lost 1 million. Malgin's doing some good pushing as well. I don't think we're going to be able to save Qing. Which is fine, because I don't particularly want to save Qing. In fact, I might be extremely cruel and purposefully not save Qing. Because I think it's Qing on their own fighting. Yes. Which will mean that I can then annex all of Qing's territories from Fentiang. All the Russian oil is in Azerbaijan. Yeah, that's true. I do need to do something about Don Kuban. And then Azerbaijan and Georgia. I mean, I could start doing some of the diplomatic stuff. Start going down towards the Caucasus. Especially while Germany is busy. Let's do that. The Caucasus is wealthy and historically part of Russia. The people who live there might not think so anymore, but with enough military muscles, that shouldn't be a problem. Germany will, however, keep a close eye on us, and we should tread carefully in the region. Let's do it. Qing can get screwed off the bat if the OG in China war breaks out, locking it out of some of its focuses. I don't think that happened though. AOG has been silent the entire game. Which is also going to mean that they're going to have some redonkulous numbers of troops. I was going to say, that looks suspiciously like a focus tree. But that is a focus tree that's basically just copying... I didn't think Qing had one. Did I miss something? It looks suspiciously similar to the default one. Yeah, that was Qing I was looking at. Fentiang, I know have one. Does the focus for conquering the Straits still work after the Ottoman defeat? I have no idea. Hey, Hayden. Alright, our assaults seem to have faltered somewhat, so let's put a stop to those. And let you build up some more planning preparation. Except for these guys, who are not stopping. Because I think, can't put a front line here. Yep, still broken. Technology, it's January. I missed a few days. 42, that means I can get these. And also, I think... that. But I don't have the design company for it yet, so we're not going to get it. We're going to grab the support equipment instead. So I will want to grab that one soon. Probably the soft attack and breakthrough. I don't think I really need the defense. And I still need to get this one at some point. Although considering my industry is kind of humming along at the moment, it's not as big a priority. Nationalist coup in White Ruthenia. Does that mean you have just split away from Germany? No. It just means that you've gone paternal autocrat. How is the commune not dead? Thought they took Tsar Peter out. You can never take Tsar Peter out. You can never do that. It's impossible. Tsar Wrangel for life. Hey, Retro Spaceman. How did I get him? I went down the military dictatorship line and then chose to let him take the throne. Austria did not become Danubian. I think they might still be on the way to do it. They just haven't done it yet. Still only 42. It's. I was going to say relatively early. It's like mid-game. They went status quo, which is dualism restored, which is the annexation of Hungary. Yeah, they just haven't done it yet. Non-aggression with Qing. I'm being very calculated here and letting you die. Wrangel's our best Tsar. Damn right. Right, how many losses? 700,000 against 1 million. They have not really pushed again since. And I should also be aware that as soon as Qing falls, I'm going to have a bunch of troops from here suddenly turning around and being on my front. How many troops does Qing have? Still quite a lot of divisions. Not many factories. They've actually got a surprising number. Between them, Fentiang and Japan has more than I do, but I suspect I will be industrializing far more rapidly. Will Japan try to sue for peace? They may well try. I don't know. I also feel like I could upgrade my Air Force again. How long till I need to upgrade manpower laws? I only did so recently. I'm still kind of disappointed with how much I got. I know it's only 1%, but still, it was like 300,000 I got from it. It wasn't much. Oh, Britain's under invasion once again. How has France not capitulated? They're still clinging on. 21% victory point towards capitulation left. Oh, it's because they still have Brest, and Brest is worth a lot of points. And Orléans. Huzzah! Ace head. Oh, blimey. Thank you so much for that support. Tier 3. Nice one. Thank you. Polikapov. Oh, that's the new fighters. Cool. Right, do I want to invest in any bombers? It would have to be tactical, considering the distance involved. I could even try some strategic bombers and try and bomb Japan. It just never seems worthwhile. Let's upgrade our artillery now that I'm actually using those rather more. And that'll also unlock rocket artillery, which would actually be really helpful in this war. Mass for the motherland. Another 20 political power. Marvellous. In fact, I need to add you to my list, don't I? You and Buchan. I did all of my paperwork last night. Needed to update it all, so we have Buchan. And Acehead. Alright, you have been added. And you may well appear in some of the future games as characters. That is, of course, the boon that I offer my subscribers. Like, these armies are named after subscribers. Huzzah! Horned Panda, 5 months. Nice one, thank you. I think you're already on my list. Pretty sure. Although the Twitch list, because it's growing fairly large, I just had to pull straight from Twitch. I'll just double check. Yep, you're on there. It's all good. Shame you already played as Austria. They added focuses to let Austria start some wars. Good, because Austria are sodding boring at the moment. Or else they're just not taking those focuses, because I never see Austria going to war. Ever. Yeah, you're on there. You are the first of the names on my new list. You're not going to be able to see it, but there you go. You're at the top of that. Caucasus direction is done. Marvellous. And Brockage, thank you very much for the follow. Right, it's time to question Don Kuban Union. I did go expansionism, so I should be able to attack them. Don Kuban region is as Russian as Russia, or so our military claims. They also claim that while the Cossacks who reside there are hard men, they aren't hard enough to fight from horseback against our modern unstoppable armies. Also, you cannot compare your industries just by factory number. Japan has huge boosts of production and construction since you buff them. Cool. Took Boxing Day off and just dropped by. Well, thank you. Demand concessions from Germany yet? Not yet. I basically haven't done any of the diplomatic stuff. This is actually the first ones I'm doing. Because I've been so low on political power. I'm playing on veteran, which means you get less. Always try covert ops first and declare war if it fails. Well, I've already said that I'm going to turn the world green, because if you're not ruled by Wrangel, you're doing it wrong. Are you guys moving away again? Oh, for Pete's sake. I hate this fact that you can't just put a bloody front line here. I'm kind of amazed that the AI is able to, because the AI functions entirely on lines. If you can't put a line there, then I'm surprised the AI is able to function. Burma has capitulated. We have assault breakthrough, which will mean our breakthroughs are better. Another max planning, 10%. Yes, please. Oh, blimey. My planning is going to be ridiculous. It already goes up to 125. It's going to be a 135% planning bonus. We're going to get a world conquest from Mord. No, I doubt it. I still get bored if I get too big. It's just the nature of me as a player. I much prefer the early game challenges. What about Wales? It's still there. It's still British, apparently, for the moment. Focus completed. The lands of Don and Kuban Cossack hosts between the Black and Caspian Seas was historically part of the Russian Empire, until, during the chaos of the Bolshevik Revolution and the ensuing civil war, and German intervention, an independent Don-Kuban Union was established by charismatic white leader Peter Krasnov with support from Berlin. Now, however, Russia seems ready to incorporate this petty state into the motherland. How shall we proceed? Whatever the course of action we take, we must be prepared for conflict of interest with Germany, as the Reich will certainly not take lightly to our ambitions, especially towards a state friendly to them. I'll consult with Germany. They've earned that much. And they surrendered. That worked pretty nicely. Thanks, Germany. You're a bro. Right, let's go and send you guys down. Wait, where are you? Oh, you're there. I just didn't have you selected. Let's go and stick you guys on the... Oh, man, that is a tiny front. Azerbaijan front, I guess. Oh man, look at those elite Canadian volunteers. They didn't start that way. That's actually combat experience through battle. That's hilarious. Alright, so you lot need a thing to go there. You lot need a thing to go there. And then you lot need a thing to go there. Right, next focus. The Georgian question, or the Baku oil fields. We definitely want the Baku oil fields. For a long time, we have been reliant on extensive oil imports to keep our war machine running. All in between us and a self-sufficient economy, a small, weak state of Azerbaijan. Tsar Wrangel, Britain's better than the British. Did you like the new tree for the United Kingdom? New tree? Was that tree different from what it used to be? Wish you could invade from the Caspian. Yeah, that would be nice. Right, I need some more civilian factory buildy stuff. Explosion. Build. 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 That should keep them busy for a while. And drop you down. Integration. We lose stuff for 60 days. Yeah, that's fine. I can totally accept that. Right, what do I need to produce? I do want to up the number of those I'm building. And probably the amount of artillery. Actually, I want more aircraft. So we need to increase our rubber imports from the Germans. And aluminium, also from the Germans. Alright then. Meanwhile, over here, we are losing battles. Well, if we take this, then we can attack from two fronts. Probably. Let's get recon companies. How are we doing for support equipment? That's probably the other thing that I really need to start stockpiling a lot more of. Is support equipment. So anything we get in the future can go to that. Which is going to mean even more aluminium deficits. But that's fine. Alright, are you guys ready for round 2? You're not. Baku oil fields. Russia needs oil, and lots of it. is going to keep up with the other major powers in industrial and military production. While we have limited oil fields in central Siberia, our former province of Azerbaijan has a gigantic petroleum industry, which is finding increasingly difficult to maintain. Should we seek to promote our interests in this region? Take over the Baku oil concern and control their government. Guarantee security of Azerbaijan, invest in the oil fields. Who built Baku's oil plants, make plans for a hostile takeover. We shall take our stolen plants by force. Right now. So that costs political power, that one doesn't. Definitely not these two. I'm going to go with this one. And they may well choose to capitulate peacefully. I love how Germany agreed to give you Don Kuban even while your soldiers were killing each other in Siberia. I'm not fighting the Germans, though. I'm fighting the Japanese. The Japanese and the Germans are not allied. Japan is not part of Middle Europa. More political power. Excellent. Damn it, France. How are you still not dead? This is the most impressive French holdout I've ever seen. Oh, volunteers. They have volunteers over here? Poland does. No, they can't. They're at war. They can't do volunteers. The new tree takes too long to do anything as the UK. Okay, that's why I was asking about the which tree it was and when it was new. Because when I played as Canada and became the UK, it took freaking forever to do anything, and that was like a year ago. Maybe even a bit longer. So not exactly a new tree. Yes, it takes far too long to do anything, because it basically destroys all of your industries and forces you to rebuild them all, because they're all controlled by the syndicalists, and they're nasty and evil and everything like that. Do a focus. Yeah, I probably should. Let's do Georgia. While Georgia is not a large, wealthy, nor pose a threat to our state, it is a matter of principle. This is land stolen from us during the Welsh Creek. Soon we'll be back in the fold with the rest of them. And this is the Socialist Republic of Georgia. Does that mean that Mr. Stalin has a place in it? No. Yes. Minister of the Interior, resource gain efficiency. Liberals criticise the clergy. I'll encourage you to debate this. There are some guys in the Navy invaded area with German flag tags, maybe in one of the German countries with almost the same tag. Possible, but kind of unlikely, unless it's like Crete, which doesn't actually exist anymore. Because all of Middle Europa should be in the Welsh Creek. Might be an AOG. I'm not sure if they are, actually. Nope, they're in it. Finland. Yeah, that one's Finland. Georgian question. Now that Don Kuban Union no longer exists, we must choose our stance towards the independent state of Georgia. We can either try to bring them into the fold using direct threat of military power, or via covert operations using existing pro-monarchist resistance groups. What should we do? War will solve this. Threaten them with force, or covert operations will be good enough. Now here's the question. Will this turn them into a puppet, or will we actually get the land? Because that's what I'm not sure about. And I want the land. I'm greedy. Puppet. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, I'll threaten them with force. Georgian resistance. The mad Georgian leadership has rejected our rightful demands. How should we react with this insolence? Oh, we'll kill them. No skin off my nose. You get... Oh, now you're telling me conflicting stuff. Too late. I've made my decision. We're going in. Alright, technology. Are we fighting our armor? Probably, actually. And focus. Oh, I have to be at peace to demand the concessions. And then after that... I think I'm just going to stay with no focus for a while so I can get some more government ministers and things. Did I not tell you guys to launch an attack? Could have sworn I did. Have you stopped? Why have you stopped? Don't stop. Never stop. You've taken it. Good. Go that way. And for the rest of you, have a go. Yeah, another wave of greens. Good. Try to demand the concessions before the Second World War ends. I can't if I'm not at peace. And I'm fighting Japan, so peace is kind of unlikely. How's the Second World War going? Not great. It is one major cluster. France is somehow not dead yet. The French Republic is actually out of manpower, so I'm amazed... out of divisions, so I'm amazed that they're still alive. Germany is slowly but surely being eroded by something. And Britain keeps getting invaded. Kill Azerbaijan. Yeah, I already am. You don't need to spam that. Cut it out. You can peace after taking Japanese Korean holdings. That's going to be a long time still. Like, I still have to fight through Fentiang, and they have a lot of troops. They've now lost 1.2 million men in this war. Blimey. What do the factions look like? There aren't actually that many. Mitteleuropa, Entente, Axis. Yucatan Pact. Oh, that's an interesting one. So the USA might actually struggle to take this because these little guys will rush up to hold Mexico. And if Mexico gets entrenched, they can be hard to root out. Is Bharati is at war with the Princely Federation. That's kind of unfortunate because I was convinced the Princely Federation would take out the Entente, would take out Dominion. But they have not done so. Yes, because I'm waiting for a response on whatever it is I said about them. Oh, I just have war goals. So I can... okay. I was expecting an event to pop up and say, hey, you can attack now. I say make your own faction. Yeah, I probably will. Well, I'll go on Entente Russian Alliance. Russia. Which I can do as of 4 days from now. Must finish Caucasus and Central Asian directions before we can take this one. Alright. I'm perfectly happy not having a focus because I really need to build up some of my companies and stuff. They've been kind of left behind a little bit. Procage, what about Wales? Seriously, you keep on saying Wales. Why? Are you just trolling me?